What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let It Be Known. I'm Darren Randall. We back with Lamar. We here to talk some basketball, so a little bit of football, a little bit of sports, a little bit of everything. How everybody doing today? It's late night. I'm feeling all right. I'm putting my mood pretty high for it to be so late. It's already like 9:30, but my energy feeling good. I ain't feeling too tired. I went to the gym. I took a little Celsius, so maybe the energy drink just ain't worn out yet. Maybe that's why I'm a little pumped up. But how you feeling,
So,
Lamar? It's already damn near 10 o'clock on the West Coast. One something probably in the East Coast. But shit, we thugging it through. We thugging it out.
no, yeah, we vibing in the Bay Area. I was feeling a little tired earlier just because I ate. Sometimes we get that itis. I had some Domino's, had a couple slices of pizza. You feel me? All that bread gets you kind of tired a little bit. But I'm back up now. Shit, I kind of need a Celsius too. But shit, once I throw a little water on my face after this, watch a little football, watch a little TV, I'll be up.
I'm just happy for you eating all that cheese. You ain't all gassy and farty and shit. I was watching Pat McAfee and them earlier. They was talking about how two of the cast members was over there shitting during the little break they just had. So I'm happy your stomach is
Shit,
feeling all
nah,
right.
nah,
Uh,
that's you. That's you, Darren. Your ass is the one that's
look,
gassy and shit.
I do be a little shitty man, but that's why I try to avoid the Taco
Yeah.
Bells and the McDonald's and shit. Because I start getting the bubble guts, motherfuckers start here. You probably hear the growl through the mic just right now if I would have ate before I hopped up on here. But right now I'm like solid stomach. I'm off the protein, stomach feeling a little fuller and everything. But let's
Got to,
dive
got to.
let's dive into it, bro. So we had the NBA today. You had LeBron or no LeBron James. LeBron James actually just fractured his foot. He's going to be missing a couple weeks, a couple times. And I'm kind of disappointed because yesterday we just sat here and talked about how the Lakers could possibly be back. And then here the next day we hear about LeBron James is out. He's going to miss a few weeks, even though he ended up finishing the game last week or yesterday, which was very strange, or the other day, which was very strange. He looked great. He was over there blocking shots. He was shooting threes. He was doing dunks talking to Pat Mahomes. He was saying, Pat Mahomes, you know all about the broken ankle, so it ain't, or all about a hurt ankle and playing through it, so it ain't nothing much. And we seen LeBron do it throughout the playoffs, like previously in his past years. So I thought this was just going to be another LeBron James injury. He's going to, suck it up. LeBron James can play through almost anything when he wants to. And it shows for him to be a fractured foot and for him to still finish out that game and do what he did. Shout out to LeBron. That's what makes him a GOAT and gives him GOAT status. I know a lot of people think he's the GOAT, but one of my all-time GOATs. Going into this game today, you had John Morant and the Grizzlies versus Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Lakers ended up losing 109 to 121. But to be honest, I thought the Lakers played pretty good. To be honest, I know that this final score didn't look too great, but honestly, I feel like John Morant in that third quarter, he did what he had to do. He scored 28 points. Fucked them up. And to remind you, John Morant only finished with like 39 points. So all of his points came in that one fucking third quarter. And once it got to that third quarter, they pulled away because the Lakers are pretty much neck to neck with the Grizzlies. And that's pretty impressive to me, considering they had no LeBron James, no D'Angelo Russell. But you got to watch out for the Memphis Grizzlies. If you don't have a full team, if you don't have your full team, they're going to expose you each and every time because this is a young team. It's a hungry team. And this is a team that loves to talk shit. I wish I would have had the image up, but as soon as the game ended, you know how John Morant, you know how the Grizzlies team likes to troll. They like to do hella memes and shit after they get a dub. So they had fucking Shan. Not I was about to say Skip Shannon or whatever. Shannon Sharp when he was pointing. You remember the last game that they ended up playing the Grizzlies and they end up beefing and shit. So you had Shannon Sharp pointing right here, and it was a fucking L that he was pointing at. And Grizzlies just talking shit. They couldn't wait. They've been holding that on probably since last game. They've been waiting months and months so they could just post that shit. I already know they've been holding on to it in the vote. But how'd you
And they
feel
don't count. So they don't count till Bron come back. Because
until
that's when
Bron
Shannon gonna show up.
and D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah, Andy low, but really when Bron come back, that's when it really gonna matter. Because that's when Shannon gonna show up, and then the shit talking gonna begin. That's when we gonna see that excitement. But my bad to cut you off. What I think about it. So what I think about the situation. Well, for one, to kind of go back on the fractured foot, I'm not sure if it's a fractured foot. Because when you think of a fracture is really kind of sort of close to kind of like a break. And like I agree with you. It was kind of weird. He was like, "Oh, I heard a pop. I heard a pop." So like, knock on wood. I'm glad Brian is healthy and able to play and able to hopefully finish the season or even hopefully play in the playoffs. But yeah, it was weird to kind of see him finish that game. And consider a fracture. So low key, I mean, I could be wrong. Correct me, y'all, if I'm wrong. Let it be known. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
Let it be known.
I don't. I don't think that's a fracture though. I think it might be like a severe, maybe a little sprain. Not even a little sprain. It's kind of maybe severely sprained foot, ankle. I want to say maybe turned the ankle pretty good.
He
But
got the
I feel like he can come back. I feel like if we miss a couple of games, especially knowing we talked about this last pod, knowing that they only have about 6 games they can lose now, 5 games they can lose until they're completely out the playoffs. So I feel like maybe if they lose like 2 more, maybe even 3 more, I feel like maybe he might force himself to come back maybe a little early. And I don't feel like it'd be too crazy just because he did play that last game. So I feel like, maybe him, sitting out 2 or 3 games. Hopefully hopefully get 2 dubs at least, so he can, rest up a little more. Hopefully D'Lo come back. There was word that D'Lo, they were aiming for him to come back. I think it's Friday, I want to say, or Saturday, one of those days. But D'Lo gonna miss the next 2 games, and then they trying to get him to come back. But and my bad. Just to speak on the game. My bad. The Lakers they played really good. It was a good game. It was a good game all the way into the fourth quarter. Actually, the Grizzlies kind of did pull away in the third. But then like Ja kind of went out, and then Lakers start coming back like on some crazy shit. But Anthony Davis played really well too. He played really good. He put some crazy stats up. I think he had like 22 points, 20 rebounds. Like his stats was crazy this game. But
28.
yeah,
Dog.
my bad. 28 points, 20 rebounds. It was some stuff that he could have did low key like down the stretch that that kind of made a difference in the game. But like you said, they didn't have D'Lo or Bron, so he kind of was out there, by himself, kind of naked, kind of leading the charge. And no shot at Anthony Davis, but I don't think at this point in his career, I don't think he can be the number one guy right now. I don't think he can be like the actual lead dog. I feel like they need someone like a D'Lo or like a obviously like a Bron to kind of go with Anthony Davis. But yeah, the Lakers, they was in it though. They was in it with like 60 minutes left, and then they kind of started blowing it. So
And a lot of this to me, I felt like had to do with coaching. Because you look at it, John Morant, he started going crazy. They should have been put Vanderbilt on him. Vanderbilt's been playing great defense all since we acquired him. Last game he absolutely had a show, and that was against Luka and Kyrie Irving. So you should have been had him on John Morant to slow him down. And then also the Grizzlies had like I want to say like 81 points in the paint. You just traded for Mo Bamba. Why the fuck isn't he on the floor helping contain the paint with Anthony Davis? So I'm hoping that these coaches and adjustments have to be made, especially when you're playing a team against fucking the Grizzlies and John Morant while you're already underhanded. And then also the Warriors. Also the Lakers.
My bad.
Go ahead.
My bad, cut you off. I was gonna agree with you about there. I was gonna say that's crazy how they, like you said, traded for Mo Bamba, and you expect for him to make an impact, especially in a game like this where you see John Morant continuously, especially in the third quarter, continuously just driving the paint and just kind of throw up some little floaters. Like that shit was that was like his bread and butter was some floaters. Yeah, that was bread and butter. So you would think that Mo Bamba would probably at least get some hand. He's 7 foot tall. You would think he had wingspan. Get some type of.
Yeah, I can't even lie. Fucking John Morant though, bro, his elevation is crazy. He's up in the sky like Air fucking Jordan. Literally, he's in the air. You think he's going back down. Arm goes back up, ball goes in the rim. Another play, it looked like he was stuck in the air. He gets a quick pass. Dude is wide open in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, it was crazy. I know there's one player you seen where he was in the air and then he like almost came down, but he kind of like flipped the ball under. Like that shit was crazy. I was like,
man, it feels like he has so much more time than everybody else in the league while he's up in the air. It feels like everybody else maybe gets 1.5 seconds. He's over here getting 2.7 seconds in the air. His elevation is ridiculous. It's like early D Rose in his career. Literally, he's somebody. He's off this planet. John Morant is his own player.
So is that
with the hops?
So are you trying to pitch? Are you trying to pitch a shot at Ja to get in that dunk contest next year? Y'all gotta let it be known.
We've been calling for it. John Morant, we need you in the dunk contest, bro. Like, bring it back. We need the superstars back up in there. We need
your elevation.
Ja, your elevation is crazy. Change the dunk contest. Change it for the better. And to get back on.
Yeah, you got. I feel like his creativity though. You gotta work on that creativity. That's what it's really all about nowadays.
Exactly. And just to close this out, so I honestly felt like the Lakers could have probably won this game if they would have cut turnovers, though. Because you look at it, the Los Angeles Lakers had 26 turnovers to 7 turnovers. Like that's ridiculous. And they really barely lost. They barely lost with 20 more turnovers than the Memphis Grizzlies without LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell. So if there's one thing to look positive, that's probably it right there. You guys, Lakers still have an opportunity. They still have they still should be keeping their head high because they played a good game against a great team. But you got to play better. You got to limit the mistakes. You're gonna see them in a couple more days. I want to say like 2 more days, 3 more days. You're gonna be right back against them. So next time, just come prepared, come a little bit more prepared, protect the ball. Hopefully, we'll have D'Angelo Russell in the game, and it'll be a different outcome. But I'm pretty excited for it. The Lakers. I wish this trade would have happened a little bit earlier. They waited so late in the season to finally make the trade when it's been clear that they've been needing it. So I didn't really get that with Rob Pelinka. I don't know. You think Rob Pelinka is gonna stay much longer?
I'm not sure, but I was gonna say also too. Like a lot. I'm not actually. I'm not. How can I say this? I'm not exactly too sure exactly, but from what I remember and from what I'm familiar with, LeBron is most likely making the calls around, bringing people in and getting trades and all that. Right. So I feel like the reason why maybe Pelinka maybe waited so long because he probably was asking Bron and maybe he probably was waiting for Bron's call, and Bron probably finally made that call. Yeah, and I feel like also too with Bron, I feel like it was a different situation just because of Westbrook. He really didn't want to he really didn't want Westbrook to go. I feel like he really, really wanted to see like how it would work out. But it really just got to a point where like fuck, like we got to do something. So I feel like at the deadline, like basically at the last fucking minute, it's like as a college student when you got a deadline at midnight and you turn your shit in at 11:58. That's basically what Bron did. Like he turned the shit in at 11:58. Like I think it waited to the last minute for real, and they kind of cost them because like you said, they only got about 5 games left. 5 games left, like to lose it. For they out the playoffs. So.
And I wanted to move on. I wanted to also talk about some more NBA news. You had Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard just went crazy the other day. What was that? Was that yesterday? The day before? He ended up scoring 71 points. Now the second player since who was that just scored 71 also? For Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was also the other player that scored 71 this season. So I want to say they're like third and fourth on the list. And then you got like Kareem and Kobe up there. Kobe, his 81-point game. Of course, Kareem has a whole bunch of 80 or like 70-point games. And he has the 100-point game. So you think we're going to see a 100-point game again in NBA soon?
Well, no.
Hell nah.
Honestly, I don't think so. That's bro. I don't think so. I really don't. In order for that to happen, bro, like the team gotta really like the team gotta really understand, like, okay, this guy is hot. This guy is gonna, or it gotta be planned. Like we want him to get 100 tonight. He's capable of it.
Gotta let him score.
Exactly, they gotta pass to him every play, and it gotta be some type of player like a Steph Curry or like a Kevin Durant or somebody that can just go off. Like, I don't know. It's a guy. It's a guy that's also coming in next year. Look out for him. His name is Imani Bates. I don't know if you heard about Imani Bates, but that's also a guy who can go crazy. He scored like 50-some points in college this year, and he goes to kind of like a smaller school, but he's definitely well known in the high school ranks.
So, and the reason I brought up Damian Lillard, so I just brought up his 71-point game. I also want to bring up his 3-point competition. Like he's done a lot this year. He's got a lot of accolades. All he really needs to close out his career is a championship, just one. Especially if it's in Portland. I feel like that would just put that golden crown on his resume. But I wanted to bring up this because we've been preaching, Damian Lillard, please leave, get out of Portland. They're not valuing his time. They're not valuing his effort. I feel like he brings a lot to that squad. It's kind of like when we look at this Lamar Jackson and Baltimore situation. It's like he does everything for that squad, so he deserves the money. You look at Portland, it's like literally it's just him. No more CJ McCollum, and then you got a whole bunch of role players and a whole bunch of young and upcoming stars, but nobody that can really match Dame Lillard's level. So when Dame Lillard was asked about this week, this was NBA Central that reported it. I don't think you're able to see it. Hold on, my bad. Are you already able to see that?
I see it.
Okay, so NBA Central, they made this post. So Damian Lillard says the grass isn't always greener. When you leave a franchise, you look at Russell Westbrook. You leave OKC for Houston, and then James Harden decides he's leaving. Now Russ is traded to DC, and then you get traded from DC to the Lakers. Now you're on your fourth team in 4 years, and your second year on the team. Everybody is talking about how they should trade you. Now you're coming off the bench. This dude is a Hall of Famer, an MVP, and it's an example that the grass isn't always greener. So you heard that right?
He basically.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Give me your breakdown on it.
No, yeah, I had read it earlier as well, and what I kind of took from it is just he basically was just saying like, For you to kind of like go ring chasing, kind of in a sense, and it's no shot at Russ. Everybody's kind of ring chasing nowadays, especially when you've been in the league for a while now,
All right.
especially when you have proven talent like Russell Westbrook. But when you go ring chasing, like people like Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was successful, but sometimes it don't work out when you go team up with guys. And like James Harden, he was there for a year and then he left. He left them, and then then he went to go team up with Bradley Bill, and then it didn't work out. They weren't able to. They were obviously it worked out well with them two to got tandem together, but so far as a team, they
Yeah.
weren't able to get over that hump. They weren't able to get over the hump and actually be really title contenders. With Westbrook in Washington. But I feel like with Westbrook, the thing with Westbrook, same thing kind of with Damian Lillard. To be honest, I feel like they're in the same boat in a sense. The only difference is obviously Damian Lillard has been with one team his whole career. But with Westbrook,
And
you have
consistent.
to put you have like I feel like they can win a championship, but they have to have the right team around them. They have to have like the right big man or like the right wing player. It got to be somebody like it got to be the right fit. Lakers just wasn't the right fit. It wasn't right for Westbrook. And I feel like Westbrook can still be a starter in this league, but like I said, he got to be in the right fit. Same thing with Lillard though. Damian Lillard, I feel like he can win a championship, and I feel like, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been low key paying close attention to this team. I've seen the pieces; they got a lot of young players. I feel like they low key might be a year away, bro. I really do. I feel like they might be a year away, and I feel like if they are a year away, they have to go out in this off season and they gotta go get somebody special. Like they have to. And I'm not talking about no drafted guy. They gotta get somebody special, like somebody
That's
that's
already
proven
proven talent.
already. Yeah, like they gotta get somebody proven. I don't know. I can't really think of no names off the top of my head, but they gotta go with somebody else there that's proven.
So to me, when
And
you
they got the
said
money, my bad. They got the money though. They only paid Lillard, so they got the money to go out and get a top free agent. Somebody
yeah,
like I don't know, like not saying Carl Anthony Towns is gonna leave, but I'm talking about somebody of that caliber, like a Carl Anthony Towns with Damian Lillard. That'd be crazy.
and to me, so you said with Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, you said yeah they were pretty good. They were putting up stats and numbers, but no, it wasn't accumulating into wins. So I think
Hmm.
they were just doing enough just to bring the fans up in the stadium. People were just
Yeah.
coming to see Bradley Beal and Westbrook, and that was good enough at the time. But like you said, it wasn't enough to go in the playoffs, get wins, get a championship. And when Damian Lillard, when he said the grass isn't always green, I understand what he says, but with his situation, I don't think you could compare those to Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. Because if you look at all these
Mm.
guys, of course, the grass isn't always greener, but I feel like their grass was already green before they left. I don't know what they were looking
Mhm.
for. Maybe they're looking for golden grass, some rainbow grass, some artificial grass, some turf. I don't know what they were looking for.
Mhm.
But when I look at, you
Or-
feel me? But when I look at them, I feel like they already had a good squad. You already had Russell Westbrook, you had James Harden, and you had Kevin Durant all on one squad. That was a golden ticket. And then people start asking for trades. People start leaving. Okay, Russell Westbrook, he goes to DC. James Harden, he goes to Houston. He has a great chance in Houston. He has plenty of opportunity to win championships, and he's not able to get it done. He had a squad around him, wasn't able to get it done. Kevin Durant, he ended up going to the Warriors. Okay, he got a championship, but we still look at that as like a little cookie champ. We don't really give him his full credit for that. I feel like hopefully he could get another one. But then you look at Russell Westbrook, he's maybe the only player that really didn't have a fair chance when he first left. Like they were all right, but we already knew they weren't going to win the championship. But then I feel like he went to a couple more squads. He's had opportunities and he's had chances. When you look at Damian Lillard's situation, when he says the grass is green on the other side, I feel like he's never had a squad. The grass has never been green. The grass has always been dried out, dusty, California fucking grass. Like that grass ain't it's dehydrated. The sprinklers ain't even running. They keeping everything off. So if Damian Lillard, if he was on a squad with James Harden, let's say you replace Russell Westbrook with James Harden, you throw Damian Lillard in there. And then okay, now you
mm.
can use that terminology because you guys already had a superstar squad. You guys already had opportunity. I feel like Damian Lillard, he just never had an opportunity. I feel like if he leaves, the grass is gonna be greener. He's gonna find the gold mine. He's gonna find what he's looking for, and he's gonna start getting the respect that he's well deserved of. I'm sorry that he doesn't get it right now. I don't even think the 71-point game was enough to get him his respect, even though it should be. But it's just because the market he's in. He has to leave. He has to win a championship, and he has to find someone that can compete at the level as he can. He can't keep on carrying these young dudes. He's getting older.
I'm sorry though. I gotta disagree with you for it. Well, you wasn't really exactly like saying he wasn't get his respect, but he got to get respect for 71. Anybody that scored that many points, you got to get
You got
respect in the
to, but I don't
league.
feel like they're gonna give it to him.
But who was they though?
The
The
community, the
fans or
NBA, the media. Of course, we could give him his respect, but if you're not putting it in front of those people's face every day, then they kind of forget about it. LeBron
the
James, I can't
media?
even open my damn Instagram without seeing LeBron James. Literally everything. Lee GM, lead this, lead that. House of Highlights, LeBron James here, Bleach Report, LeBron James, Sports Center, LeBron James. I'm seeing Bronny James and Bryce James more than I see goddamn Damian Lillard. It's crazy.
I mean, they the future, man. They the future. They they
And Dame
they
Lillard is
they
the
they
present,
they
71
they
points.
the but they the exception though, and the future is always more important than the present. To be
Stephen
honest,
Curry. Not one player in the draft is more important than Stephen Curry. Not one player in the draft is more important than LeBron James. Not one person in the fucking draft is more important than Kevin Durant. So I don't
I
give a
gotta
damn
disagree.
about
I
no.
gotta disagree with you. I gotta disagree with you. Do you know who the number one pick is projected to be? This guy is supposed to be a generational talent. This supposed to be Gobert on crack. Really Gobert on crack.
Nigga, that's Kevin Durant. Rudy
Nah,
Gobert
you
on
don't
crack.
see. Nah, so you don't know who. Yeah, you don't know who Victor. I think his name is Victor Wimba,
I
whatever his
do
name. I
know the
forgot his name.
7'5". He just grew an inch. I know about him. They blow him up on everything.
Yeah,
Also, he could be great. He could be Kevin Durant, but we don't know.
Kevin Durant mixed with little Rudy Gobert. You feel me? I
Kevin
wonder who he gonna
Durant,
go to, but we're gonna see.
KD is KD. They won't be another. I'm sorry. Even if he able to
All right,
move like KD, he doesn't have the
there won't be
speed.
another. It's
He
already
doesn't have the
Imani Bates.
speed.
He's coming.
He
He's
don't have the
coming, bro.
speed
He's
like Kevin
coming,
Durant.
bro.
Man,
Look up Imani Bates. Look up Imani Bates.
y'all let it be
Hey,
known.
y'all.
Can
Y'all about to say,
anybody
y'all
fuck
let it be
with
known.
Kevin Durant? Nobody can
Y'all let
fuck
it be
with him.
known, man. NBA community, basketball community. Darren don't know about Imani Bates.
I
Imani
know
Bates
about
is the next.
Imani. You don't know about
He-
Cupcake Kevin Durant. God damn it.
Cupcake Kevin. Cupcake
Yeah,
Kevin.
Cupcake Kevin. I don't Kevin, I know you're a dog, but after you did that shit with the Warriors, I've been on your head since then. I'm an old head like Charles,
Just
boy.
even still, he's still going to super teams, and you feel me.
Hey, he didn't. Nah,
But
that's not
I
a
ain't gonna,
super team. Like he said, they didn't have. Devin Booker said they didn't have not one All Star. Kevin Durant was the only one. Not a super team.
bro. Come on. They
CP3
got
getting old.
DeAndre Ayton, CP3, and Devin Booker. Come on,
Not one All Star except Kevin
come
Durant.
on.
Hey, you can't fight the
It's
stats.
totally
Remember what you
different,
say?
bro.
Stats
It's
don't
totally
lie.
different. For example, it's totally different if like the Denver Nuggets was to win the chip. Like that's not a super team. They literally was born and bred. Jamal Murray, Jokic. The only person they got that was new that kind of helped them boost was like Aaron Gordon. That's the only somebody like the Grizzlies. That's gonna be a perfect example if they win the championship. Everybody on their team was born and bred.
All right,
Kevin Durant, he just you feel me? Kevin Durant
same kind
just
of Warriors, right?
yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Kevin Durant, man, he should go over there with fucking Damian Lillard, man. What the fuck?
I've been screaming that.
Bullshit.
I've been wanting him with Dame.
And
Why did no
like,
one go to
bro,
Portland? What's
he'll
so
get
bad
so
about
much
Portland?
love, bro. He'll get so much love. If he went to Portland, he'll get love. Everybody there, I feel like he had clean a slate. Especially if they win a chip. Hey, I love that nigga for life.
What's so bad about
Forgetting Damian
Portland,
Lillard
man?
chip.
I'll forget everything
I don't
about
know.
the Warriors if you go to Portland and win a chip. I will.
And
Fuck
no
the
offense to
Suns.
Kyrie. No offense to Kyrie, but I feel like Kevin Durant would probably play better with Damian Lillard
Dame.
just because they're both dogs. And Damian Lillard, not to say Kyrie don't love the game, but Damian Lillard's not gonna let anything get in the way of him not playing, or, unless it's an injury. Knock on wood.
Kyrie
But
is going
Damian Lillard's
too.
not.
It's just I think it's just the
No,
play
no, no. He
style
is.
of
But
him
I'm
better.
saying. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying that Kyrie. He got other shit that's kind of going on. Sometimes we don't never really know. It just kind of comes up sometimes. But he be having other shit going on outside of basketball that comes up, and then he gets suspended, or he might not want to play. And
I'm
I
with you,
understand it was
Kyrie.
COVID
Handle
and all
the
the
same
other shit.
situation, mine.
I'm with Kyrie too. But I'm just saying when you got a player like Damian Lillard who's going not let anything get in his way, not no COVID shots, no suspensions, nothing. He not gonna get none of that get in his way. He gonna always be available, and that's what Kevin Durant need.
Well, we're gonna end it right there with the NBA news. Let's talk about lastly. Let's talk about this little NBA or NFL news. with your boy Lamar's coach. In these week,
Nick Sirianni.
these Eagles been cheating folks for all year. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. You ever see that? No, you're not. I'm gonna show it to you right now, though. So let's talk about the Eagles and the NFL. So Nick Sirianni, we've been knowing about the Eagles this year. Their run game was unstoppable. Nobody was able to stop that. You got Kelsey pushing boys out the way. You got Jalen Hurts with tree trunks as legs. Literally will give anybody concussion if they get hit by his legs. So you got to watch out. But this squad this year, they ran the quarterback sneak more than anybody, and they're the most efficient with it. Literally, you seen it in the Super Bowl, you seen it against the Niners, you seen it all season. Nobody could stop them, no matter who was there, no matter how big. You could throw Aaron Donald's big ass right there, and Jalen Hurts is still going to get that 1 yard if he really wants it. So I guess after seeing that this year and seeing how efficient that it was and how OP it was, that a lot of coaches and a lot of executives are calling for it to be a rule change. So they're trying to get the put. I want to say it's the push call. Yeah, I think it's called the push call. That I think that's the name that they're calling it. But they're basically trying to
The
get
push.
yeah the butt push, the whatever, the Jalen push. We're gonna call it the Eagles push just because they
The
use
Bush
it so
push.
much. Yeah, the bush push. So they're basically trying to stop that. And I'm gonna play the video right here just about Nick Sirianni talking about it and just why they feel like it should be stopped. And we're gonna give our opinion on it afterwards. Let's see.
Oh, that sweater hard.
What are your thoughts on the possibility of outlawing the push play?
Yeah, obviously, you look at that and you think, I think some defensive coaches are bringing that up right there. But we'll play whatever rules that they have. I think that it was obviously a very successful play for us, right? And you guys would know the numbers a little bit better, and I haven't hit my self scout stuff yet. But very successful play for us. But wasn't the only thing we were doing off of it, right? And I think we had some exciting plays that came off of it when the defenses were trying to stop, the play that they thought was coming. And that's kind of what football is, right? The defense thinks this play's coming. We just talked about the Zach Pascal play, right? The defense thought this play was coming and a different play came and it ended in a touchdown, right? And so, hey, like, I don't get a vote. They don't ask me, but I thought there was a lot of hard work that went into it, and there's a lot of technique and fundamentals that go into it, right? And as far as how our guys block it and the specialty of our guys like Jason Kelsey and so we'll do whatever the rules say to do, obviously, but obviously we had a lot of fun, making coming up with those plays, right? We had a lot of fun practicing those plays, like the different ways we did it. The guys had fun doing that. Fletcher Cox always wanted to be in on one of those plays, and so it was a lot of fun, and some of the wrinkles that were off of it, and I thought it was good for the game. Obviously, I'm biased. We had a lot of success with it.
I'm biased too, Nick.
Yeah, I know you biased, nigga. I ain't even asked you. Nobody asked you. All right. No, first of all, let's dive straight into that. So you just heard what he said. Basically, they had a lot of success on it, and it wasn't the only thing that they ran out of that formation. But when I look at it, I feel like it's straight overpowered just because the quarterback sometimes does get stopped, and I feel like the whistle should be blown right there. Then you got a whole bunch of guys. You got Jason Kelsey. You got a whole bunch of guys just pushing Jalen Hurts' booty up in the air, and he got some tree trunk. So that's already unstoppable to go, like, just to stop him going in full motion when you got Jason Kelsey pushing him. But what is your opinion on this? As I need to hear as an NFL journalist, because Lamar is officially about to be a journalist pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to that boy. But
yes, sir.
I don't want to hear no Eagle fan. I don't want to hear it as an Eagle fan. I want to hear it as an NFL journalist.
So what I feel about it is, I feel like, bruh, if you can't, I feel like the defense got to find some way to stop it. So far as like, it's kind of a little different, but I remember it was at one point, I forgot what year it was, but we had the Wildcat. Wildcat was going crazy. That formation was going crazy in the NFL. A lot of people was running it, especially the Dolphins. Ronnie Brown, that Dolphins team was running it, and nobody couldn't stop it. So I'm like, damn, they not vouching for this play to get, banned. Same thing for, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, sometimes the running backs, they kind of get them extra yards when the lineman pushed them, or you know what I'm talking about, when the lineman kind of carried the running back. Same thing. So I feel like that should be banned as well. It's the same situation.
I think it's a little different because the ball literally goes straight into the quarterback's hands, just straight like that. He's right under the center's booty, and he just straight in. On the other side, when you go over to running back, you got to go quarterback, pass, toss the running back. You get a little bit extra time to get in the backfield and stop the running back. It's not full momentum straight off the snap. You got no chance. Literally, as soon as the snap goes, Jalen Hurts is right through. And then you got a whole line just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. If anything, maybe they should blow the whistle a little bit faster instead of letting these guys.
Yeah,
that's what I think they should do.
Yes.
Even if the motion is still going, though. But even if the motion is still going, I'm not saying if the motion, it doesn't have to be fully. You know what? I don't know. They're going to have to figure out a way when to call it, though. Because there's going to still be movement. And you're going to be like, well, damn, shit, they have called the whistle. And then it's going to be a whole lot of close judgment calls. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like they can blow the whistle when like a player is their how you say it, their forward motion is basically stopped. Right. If their forward motion is basically stopped, they're stood up. If they're like stood up and then they see a lineman push them, that's when they blow the whistle. Or they should start penalizing motherfuckers. If anything, start penalizing if they see somebody push them, whatever else penalty. Man, they're gonna stop doing that shit.
All right, I got the answer to you. Like you just said, like their forward motion stops. So let's say if Jalen Hurts was doing that and Jalen Hurts is going forward, but it looks like Jalen Hurts stands up. It looks like his shoulders go backwards. It looks like he's starting to lose. And then all of a sudden they just start pushing and then he's able to get an extra 2 to 3 yards. No, whistle's blown as soon as it looks like his body lets up.
All right, whistle's blown. If that's the case, whistle should be blown. Or if they do want to implement like the no push rule, whistle gonna be blown, then they throw the flag, and so that way motherfuckers will know like, okay, this pushing shit really gotta stop. But to be honest, I'm not really tripping because I feel like we got one of the strongest quarterbacks in the league. So push or not, he's still gonna get his yards.
Yeah,
you seen it when he went head up with Chris Jones, and I don't even think he got pushed right there. He went head up with Chris Jones, and he still pushed him for like 2 yards. So.
Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to look into it because I even seen it a lot of times. It look like you might see a play like that at the goal line. It looks like the defense completely shuts it down, and for some reason they let the whistle, they let the ball keep going, and then the offensive line just keep pushing, and then now they're able to get in. But it looked like the play was over probably like 2 seconds ago, and no whistle was called. So they do need to look into it. I feel like it's good for the game. I feel like it's gonna change the game in a positive way. And I want to say we're going to end it right there. I did have a little bit more to talk about, but it's already 10:15 and my car is about to get towed. But let me give one more take. Let me give one more take, Lamar. You know, I'm over here like, damn, they better not touch my shit.
I just wanted to some more Eagles news real quick. I just found out tonight, or not a few hours ago, that Miles Sanders, knock on wood, I want him to come back, knock on wood, but Miles Sanders most likely will not come back. He most likely won't be back with the Eagles. So it's a sad day. It's a sad day. He's a Pennsylvania native. So I would have loved to see him back in Philly, but hopefully, I don't know, maybe hopefully Pittsburgh pick him up. Maybe he can be more so closer to home where he grew up. But they looking at Kenneth Gainwell as the RB1 now. So shout out Kenneth Gainwell. Even AJ Brown retweeted it on Twitter. They said that Howie Roseman had complete faith and Kenneth Gainwell to take the lead back role. Not saying he's gonna get 20-30 carries a game. We most likely are gonna draft the running back. The Eagles will draft the running back. I don't know when, maybe the first round, second round, maybe we go draft Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson. But shout out Kenneth Gainwell. He played pretty well in the playoffs and he got rewarded.
Hey, congratulations. That's a big step. You just jumped the whole running back spot. But like you said, they're probably going to draft a running back. There's a lot, and we were just talking about this the other day. You're talking about how all the running backs that are available. You might have Saquon Barkley on the move. I know you guys are probably not going to be able to pay him, but Leonard Fournette's expected to be released in the next couple days.
He already released.
Oh yeah, he already been released. I think it doesn't officially start though till March 15th, to like the official NFL season starts. Same thing with Kenny Golladay. He's also been released, but they're basically, I guess they're not officially released, but yeah, they're on the market. So it's gonna be a lot of guys, and I feel like Kenny Golladay is gonna find a home pretty quick. He just got to get out of the Giants.
That's what we need.
Man,
it sucks though. His money not gonna
for that too.
Yeah, his money probably not gonna be as much as it should be just because I feel like like he's a great he should be getting paid really well, but
Right.
because he had a down year last year and he didn't really get any playing time, he might not get paid as much. He's gonna get paid, but not as much as he's really valued.
And that's tough for a player because a player always feels like his value is even more than what it is, and then now you're pretty much giving him like the bare minimum. He already felt like he was getting under probably lowballed in other contract situations. Now you're about to give him literally the minimum, like he's a vet. So it's fucked up in the situation he was, but he went with the Giants, and it's all right. Now you're gonna have maybe get a 1 year, 2 year deal, and then you get yourself a nice little lengthy contract. He's only like what, like 26, probably. He's like 26, 25.
It's
So,
yeah, 26, 27.
yeah,
Yeah, I would agree with that about 2 year deal. I would say 1 year deal, but I'd probably give him a 2 year.
I would ask for a 1 year if I was him. Now I don't want
He should go back to Detroit. To be honest, Detroit, hey, he eat up for Detroit.
yeah. I wouldn't go back to Detroit.
That'd be nice.
I would look into it though. Why not?
JMO, yeah, new coach. He got new coaching staff. They got JMO, and then he got. That's what I'm saying. New culture, and he bought out with Detroit, so he could be a staple back. He could be another Calvin Johnson shit.
We'll see how it goes. Let me know. What do y'all think Kenny Galladay is gonna end? How do y'all think the Lakers season is gonna end? And I seen this one last thing. I want y'all to let me know. I seen the 3 players was Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, and Damian Lillard. So bench, cut, start. Let me know. Who do y'all think is gonna be? Let me get yours real quick, Lamar. Bench, cut, start.
I'm about to say I'm for sure starting Damian Lillard.
So start Dame.
Start Dame. I'm benching Kyrie.
Okay.
And I'm cutting Westbrook.
That's obvious first here. Let it be known. Comment below. We gone.
Yes, sir. We gone. Shout out Tech.